Hello there, welcome back to Crafters TV. It's Saturday afternoon here in the UK, which means it is time for the Craft House. The Craft House is when we throw open the doors to the Crafty Studios here at Crafters TV, and we welcome some of you lovely lot in to craft with us. It's basically the official start of the weekend, is what it is, and loads of you joining us. I know for so many of you, it is your favourite show of the week. I can see Diane is here already, the lovely Mariah in upstate New York. Julia's here too, Anne's in also, as is Monica as well. It is such a pleasure to have each and every one of you with us. And I know that this week's theme of the Craft House is going to be something you're going to love. And we've got two people in the studio. Well, I've got the most special guest in the studio, of course. Sara's here with me, but we've got another very special guest as well, haven't we, Sara?
Well, honestly, this is going to be an awesome show. You guys know, those of you who've been watching Crafters TV with us for the whole of the last 12 months, you guys know how much I love it when we do ultimate shows. And the great thing with the ultimate shows is we really get to put it through its paces. I'm going to focus on using the A4 size, the UK European size Ultimate today. I know a lot of you watching in the US have the 8.5 by 11, but I know you also are buying all of your cardstock from here in the UK. So I thought, what a brilliant chance to show you and do all the sizes with our A4 card, seeing as it's A4 card most of you are buying at the moment. So that's going to be the focus. I'm going to do a couple of advanced demos. So do you want a little sneaky peek at what we're going to be doing?
Yes,
right?
please.
So first of all, the early part of the show, because I always like to give everyone 15-20 minutes to get joined in, okay? But for the first part of the show, I'm going to keep it nice and simple, and I'm just going to show you how to do basic cards, basic envelopes, a couple of different styles and shapes of boxes, explain how the box maker works, get the paper trimmer out, the ribbon shaper, troubleshoot any questions live, no problem. Then, once I've done all the basics, we're going to progress on to a few more advanced ones. So, I'm going to be teaching you this, right? I get asked about this one all the time, Joe. Okay, everyone's spotted me a cup of tea behind there as well. I thought I'd hidden it well, folks.
Is it a good cuppa?
Joe's just made me another
Is it a good one?
It's a good cuppa.
Oh, good.
Oh, it's a good cuppa. So, look, these are amazing. So, this is where you basically have what looks like a fabulous box, but then actually when we open it up, you've got all these, it's like a diagonal crossfold box. And I've had a few questions in from people wanting to know how to do perfect scoring on their diagonal fold. So that's going to be one we're going to do. And then I'm going to have to bring this one over. You guys love this, right? This is one of my favourites to do. So I absolutely love to do it where we do the little boxes that are, I always call them slider boxes, because basically you get these little boxes, and I'll show you, we're going to learn how to do just the little boxes on their own. And then what you do is you do 4 of these little boxes, Joe, and then 4 of the little boxes fit together in a special way, and then you can make, to go on top, an extra little card to go on top. So 2 really advanced projects that we're going to do in the second half of the show, as well as taking all of your questions live and doing all of your kind of live craft clinic as it was. But as it's Craft House, we never do these shows on our own. We always go out to someone's house, whether that be another one of our craft experts, you know, maybe we beam Tiffany in live, or whether that's some people in our design team, or sometimes some of the third-party brands we work with. And my most special craft houses I love is when we get our friends to come in. I say friends because many of you have become friends from just chatting away with us in the shows. None so much than my crafty friend here, the lovely Pam Craven. Give us a wave, Pam. Have we got you there on the line, Pam?
Where's Pam's PPE?
Pam will get her PPE on later.
Do you want me to put it on later?
Yes.
I'll put it on and show you later.
Oh, fabulous. So for those of you who haven't met Pam before, I don't know how you haven't met Pam, she's chatting away like, Pam, I'm sure you watch like every single one of our shows, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah. Not only does Pam watch all the shows, but she is an avid, not only card maker, but card maker, does loads of boxes. She makes the most gorgeous, gorgeous gifts for her grandchildren as well. And I asked Pam if she'd come on the show and I actually asked, who wants to come on my show with me? And Pam was straight there. And I just said, we've said, Pam, haven't we? As soon as we can get you up live in the studio, as soon as lockdown lifts a little bit, Pam's going to come up and do one of these live in our studio. But actually, Pam, I quite like that I can have a bit of a nosy in your craft room, because we were talking about craft rooms earlier and you sent us some pictures, but it's even nice. Go on, give us the tour. Can you pick your iPad up and give us the virtual tour of your craft room?
Right.
Oh, I love it.
Pam.
There we go.
I'm not, look at that, she's got all the pens organised in the trays, the Geminis there as well.
2 Geminis.
Got the 2 Geminis there.
All at the back, they're all the hang on. Where are
Yes.
I?
Other
The
way.
back files.
Yep. I love that you've got them all organised. Tiffany would be so proud.
Then my ribbons.
Oh, and the aprons on, I see.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, there's all my...
actually, you've got your apron. I'm loving, Pam, I'm loving the purple top as well. I'm seeing you in corporate colours today for us.
I am.
Stand up and give us a twirl. Well, you can't twirl because then your headphones will fall out. Yeah, oh,
There we go.
Pam, darling, you look absolutely gorgeous in purple, and I'm loving the bosom shake there with the team platinum on. Pam, you look brilliant.
Listen, I shall tell you, and you'll work it out. I'm an Amazonian woman.
What? Right? That's
Yes.
a new one for me.
You get what I mean? With the wobble.
I'm trying to think about that one. Hey, Pam, bless
There's only
you.
one
Oh,
wobble.
right, bless you. Right, Pam, we are going to be coming to you throughout the show. You've got loads of great stuff to show us, haven't you, as well? Pam's a big fan of the Ultimate, so she's made loads of projects with her Ultimate. So we'll keep popping back to Pam, see what Pam's made as well and what she's got to show us. Now, I guess I better get my stuff out, Joe, because I've got to earn my keep today, do some demos. I'll let you walk us through everything we've got on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Loads of you tuning in already. Lots of you so excited about this show. Mum4Boys says, we love the Ultimate Pro. I don't know why we made room on a shelf. It lives on the craft desk. I use it all the time. Maureen says, hi, looking forward to today's show. Shadia's got both the UK and the US versions ready to go.
That's what you need to be doing.
June's been looking forward to this all day. Chemistry Biology says, wow, this is going to be an advanced class today. Very, very excited. Maria says she's excited. I've got my Ultimate Pro out ready to craft. Mary Pat says, Sara, I can't wait to see how to make these. Woo, what an amazing Saturday. Dana says, I made a light box with the Ultimate for my aunt. She was very impressed. I asked where do I get my ideas? Crafter's Companion is the best for ideas and creativity. Made me look super smart. Maureen Issuers says as well, Pam, that is a very tidy craft room. It is indeed. If you don't stay tuned for anything else today, stay tuned to see Pam in a homemade PPE. There's a reason, right, we call her PPE Pam, and you'll find out why as we go through the show, which is fantastic. Now, I better tell you how you can get your hands on these awesome deals if you haven't got them, hadn't I? And now, the Ultimate Pro. There's 2 different deals for the Ultimate Pro. I'm going to show you the one that I don't want you to order first, right? The Ultimate Pro on its own is £39 or $69.95. This, see this here, ULTPRO, the product code. Do not order it, right? Don't buy it. Love it, don't buy it. Buy what I'm about to show you next. Let's change those details to the other item. Buy this. The one with the much longer number up here, this is the one you want, because what you're getting in here, you're getting the Ultimate Pro. You are getting so much included in here, but you're also going to get the extra board as well. It's the Teddy Surprise and Butterflies board, which clips into your Ultimate Pro. It's worth $12.99 whether you're shopping for it in the US or the UK, but you get it for free when you buy it with the Ultimate Pro. Now, this is the UK version, which is brilliant if you are buying UK cardstock, as I know so many of you are that shop with us here at Crafters TV. It is going to be an exciting show. It's definitely going to be a show that you'll want to save. It will also be a show that will give rise to a lot of questions, I'm thinking. So please get those questions into me. If you want to do that, you can do so by searching for us on Facebook. It's Crafters TV there. Drop into the live chat. Pop yourself over to YouTube, search Crafters Companion, pop into the comments there, and one of our social media superstars will get them sent my way. Who is our social media superstar? We've got the lovely Katie manning the social media feeds today, so she will help you out with all of that. Details on the bottom of your screen. Now, how many of you own the Ultimate Pro? Lots of you is what I'm thinking. If you've got things that you've made using the Ultimate Pro, I want to see them. And you can email me those pictures, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk, all the way along the bottom of the screen. And the lovely Pam's got lots she's going to share with us as we go through the show. Jenny Biggs finally says, love my Ultimate Pro, and the shows are so useful. Do you know what, Sarah?
What?
I've been here over a year. It's my first ever Ultimate Pro show.
No way.
It is indeed. I have never done a show on the Ultimate Pro.
Right, okay, prepare to have your mind blown, right? Now, here's the thing, folks. I'm just going to remind you, there is the UK and the... I almost hit myself in the head there, right? There is a UK and a US version. Now, I just want to explain why we have different versions, okay? And I'll be really honest, the US version, we don't have any stock at the moment. We're just waiting to make it. So if you're wanting the US version, hold your horses, a couple of weeks and we'll be back in stock. If you want the UK version, we have UK stock, right? Now, what is the difference? In the UK, in fact, I'll be really honest, folks of America, in the rest of the world, we use a standard paper size, which is called A4. Now, our A4 paper is about 8¼ inches, but it's 210 millimetres by 297 millimetres, which is just shy on 12 inches. So our standard paper size is 8¼ by just less than about 11¾ it is. In America, you have 8½ by 11, which is 8½ by 11, called US letter paper. Now, when we started as a business, everything we do is basically how to fold your A4 paper and card down into different sizes of cards. So half folds, gate folds, trifolds, bifolds, concertina folds. And they're all based on half of A4, quarter of A4, a third of A4. You know, it's half of A5, a third of A5, for example. They all work on that A4 size cardstock. Then when we launched the Ultimate in America, we had to adjust where all the lines were to make it work with 8½ by 11, so that all of your standard score lines would fold off 8½ by 11. So this side of the board here, in the UK, it works with, actually we don't even say A4 because it's the standard, but on the side here it says half fold A4 or trifold A4, trifold A4, they're gatefold A5, they're all A5 and A4 sizes. Our one in the US is basically the equivalent but for US letter. So it's the same product, just slightly different. And then on this side for the envelopes, our envelopes are standard sizes based on the card standard sizes we make. So the lines on this one are in a slightly different place to the lines on the US one, because the US one works on standard sizes, the UK one does. Now inside, it's all the same. It's all exactly the same whether you buy the UK or the US one. It's all exactly the same in the middle here. It's basically the two outer pieces that are a little bit different, Joe. Does that make sense, everyone?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Glad that we managed to explain all of that. Now, let me just show you how it works for anyone who's brand new. I have got some of that lovely, gorgeous cardstock that we had on the show on Thursday on Cartload. I know it's sold out, folks. I'm really sorry. Don't be cross with me for using it. But I wanted to use some of the colours that we had, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this in. I'm going to use my scoring tool. How the Ultimate Pro works is you always put the handle at the top or at the side if you're left-handed, right? But I always like to work on it on the top for you guys to see. If I want to fold this card in half, the line is called half fold A4. So you see, when I score at this point here, and then I fold this over, that will put the line in exactly the right place so that this meets perfectly, and you get that really, really nice crease line here, right? It's exactly the same if we do a gatefold. So if I come up here and we do gatefold for a sheet of A4, put the score line in, right? We come across, do gatefold for A4 again. Then you fold these lines and put the creases in. What you'll end up with, as long as your card is actually true A4, you're going to end up with a gatefold card where it meets perfectly in the middle, Joe, not a little bit skew whiffy and off centre. So that is how you do a gatefold. You've also got a half fold. Let's just go whole hog and do a concertina, like a trifold. So I
can tell how excited everyone is. They're racing away with ideas and comments. Sarah, I'm going to be like, it's going to be like riding sea biscuits today, trying to rein all of our customers in and try and only give you the information that's relevant at the time. Keep getting all your questions in. I am loving it. I'm loving hearing all your ideas as well.
Right, all I'm doing now, Joe, is I'm lining up that wavy edge with about 2/3 of the way down the bottom here. And I'm going for the larger head, right? So can you see I'm just going, it's keeping in here, and I'm just folding this round. Hey, Joe, I'm reading some of the comments on here and I'm gonna write chuckle. Some of our customers have made my super simple fudge recipe already. How's it going, guys? How's it going is what I wanna know.
If you've made fudge, you've got to send us pictures in of it. There's no doubt about that.
So,
I mean, if you could hand deliver some, I mean, that'd be even better.
Even better.
I can give you the postcode if you want.
Right, so look at this. I've put a couple of wavy lines in there, Joe. If I just come in now and I just cut up the middle of that second wavy line, this is how you would do like quite a nice, easy tri-fold card. So I'm just kind of covering all the basics here. But look at this, if we just put this in, that's how you get a nice, simple, wavy edge tri-fold card, right? Now, what about A5? What if we want, that's A4, and we've done a couple of different card sizes there with A4. Let's do a couple with some A5, right? So let's just cut a piece of this in half. Now, if you're wanting to trim, you've got a paper trimmer inside here. So everything you need is in this storage compartment. This clips into the centre. Now A5 or half of A4 is basically just before the 15 centimetre mark here, right? So I can trim this and I can make sure that both of these, oh look at that, I've got a mile off with that, right? Let's have a little go here. We'll just trim this last one down so that both of these are exactly the same thickness. Yeah, there we go. It's a bit of a Sara won't cut that one. Nobody minds that though, Joe. Right. Are you ready for how we do a pop-out card? These are the ones that I do most of the time with my Ultimate. Now, it's exactly the same as you saw before. First card, you're going to do it in half, but this time the cardstock's A5. So the line we're looking for is half fold A5. So if I score along half fold A5, that gives me the fold line. So I get that card that meets perfectly here and has that professional crease up the middle. Then I'm going to do the same. I'm going to do gatefold this time. So gatefold A5, put the score line in, turn it right around, gatefold A5, put the score line in. This will give you a gatefold that meets in the middle perfectly with that A5 cardstock, Joe. Yeah? Following, then I'm going to go and I'm going to put the half fold A5 in as well. So we end up with a 4-fold concertina card. Now I know I'm going at pace here, guys, but this is because this show you can come back and watch as many times as you want and until you've learned all these techniques, okay? Now, if I want to use some of these here, if I want to put like an archway in the middle, the reason you've got two different sizes is the middle one works on this size card, the large one works on, if you're doing the larger, the A5 card. Right, Joe? So I'm going to take this in. How this works is you get these little two lifted pieces. You pop that into place in the middle. So you're just holding it up. And then I'm basically looking on the left and scoring on the right. So I can do that and you can put your score line in. Now it's up to you if you want to score and go along both sides so we can continue right along here and score the other side.
This is just fabulous, isn't it, this board?
Isn't it easy once you know how?
So easy.
And then you can just, I'm going to cut inside that score line so that we leave the score line on here, Joe. And I know I'm not doing like pretty decorative cards at this stage, but it's just to get you to kind of learn the basics. So if we pop that on there, I get my tape pen. So all you're going to do is you're going to come on with the tape pen and put tape up here and there, right? And then the same here, Joe, just slightly outside of those score lines. And then this is going to go onto here, like this, right? Turn it right around onto this one like this, right? And then can you see we've got a perfect pop-out card. So there's the kind of, that's the starter point of your basic pop-out card, okay? Now from there, if you watch a lot of my tutorials, you can do 2 pop-out cards and join them together. You can do pop-out cards in different sizes. You can do it where it protrudes through the front of the card, and that's a K card. You can basically take that technique and build it onto so many different things. But what I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm going to show you how you then, for every card we make an envelope for it. Now, bear in mind, again, if you've got the US Ultimate, that card size is not quite the same as this. It's a slightly little bit smaller and a bit thinner. And what you're going to have is you then make the envelope size, and that size card in the UK, if it was like basically a half sheet of 8.5 by 11 scored in half, that would be called an A2 card, and you would make an A2 envelope. In the UK, that was half a sheet of A4, and half of A4 is called A5. And then that's folded in half again, which makes an A6 card. So I'm going to get myself tidied up, get the instructions out, and we're going to make an A6 envelope on the other side, Joe. So just give me a second to get cleaned down.
Absolutely, no problem at all. I can give you that time now. It is very, very busy already on the Ultimate Pro. So remember, it's the UK Ultimate Pro that we are offering you today. If you're in the US thinking, oh, I can't use the UK one because I'm in the US, absolutely you can. The thing is, if you're buying your cardstock from us, then absolutely you can use it. Because actually, I think if you are buying a lot of A4, A3 size card, you're probably going to find the UK version easier to use than the US version. I know a lot of you in the comments are talking about owning both versions. Absolutely. Rhonda says, which of these works with the cardstock that you can get here is this UK version, which is one you want. Remember what you're getting included in here. $39.99 or $69.95 is what you should be paying for the Ultimate Pro itself, with all of the accoutrement that you'd expect to have included. It's all in there with the full instruction manual for you, of course, as well. But today we're making that deal even more special by throwing in there that board for you. It's a Teddy Surprise and Butterflies board worth $12.99. It is thrown in there for you totally free of charge. If you want to place your order, now's a great time to do so. crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au. I can see a lot of you have put a lot of stuff in your basket already. Definitely always get over to the website as well and click that Shop the Show button, because there you'll see loads of other stuff. I've got some great A4 hunky-dory cardstock for you. I have got loads of gorgeous 12 by 12 cardstock. It is all on the website, along with a whole host of stuff that we won't even get time to show you. I'm going to give you a chance to check out your baskets. Whilst you do that, let's share with you all the incredible features of the iconic Ultimate Pro.
The Ultimate Crafter's Companion is an all-in-one compact carry case which is going to allow you to score, measure, trim, emboss and embellish. The case incorporates 10 vital paper crafting tools, all rolled into one lightweight and portable product. If you're crafting at home, this makes a great workstation. Or the carry case design allows you to easily pack up everything you need for crafting on the move. With the Ultimate Crafter's Companion, you can make hundreds of different cards in all shapes and sizes. Working with standard card and paper size, you can fold anything, from basic bifold, trifolds and gatefold cards, right up to pop-out, jump-up cards, or even more complex keepsake books. Simply rest your cardstock against the carefully calculated grid lines, read off the desired size, and use one of the specially designed scoring tools to create an accurate and very professional crease. Every card needs an envelope, and with the Ultimate Crafter's Companion, you can make envelopes in any shape and size to match all your handmade cards. Package your delicate craft projects in colour-coordinated matching envelopes and add a professional finishing touch. No longer will you be restricted to making cards to correspond with ready-made envelope sizes. With hundreds of possible size combinations, your imagination is the limit. And for those really special dimensional cards, you can create 3D box envelopes to not only house, but to protect your handmade card creations. Create your own boxes in any shape and size, from a matchbox right up to a shoebox. All of the calculating and measuring has been taken care of for you, so you can simply follow the guide and create custom-sized boxes which fit together perfectly. Triangular, hexagonal, diamond-shaped boxes are all possible, as well as your regular boxes. You can also create specialised exploding boxes or expanding boxes too. You can even make your own favour boxes for those special occasions. Any craft toolbox should include a paper trimmer, and when you're crafting on the go with the ultimate paper crafting tool, you'll need a paper trimmer at your fingertips. The integrated trimmer stores inside the tool and clips into place for easy access. The ergonomically designed cutting mouse holds a standard size blade, which is very easy to replace. Create delicate embellishment for your paper crafting projects with the integrated bow maker. The simple 6-step process will allow you to create perfect bows in an instant. For paper embellishment, you can use the decorative embossing shapes which are featured throughout the board. Emboss onto special papers, vellums or even acetate to create your own intricate toppers. Everything you need comes included with the tool and stores inside for easy access. Each unit includes a full colour instruction book, cutting mouse and ruler, the bow making pegs and 2 specially designed scoring and embossing tools. Whether you're crafting on the move or using this as a complete workstation at home, the Ultimate Crafter's Companion provides you with all the tools you need at your fingertips.
I know we call it the iconic Ultimate Pro, but that really is what it is. It is absolutely iconic. Loads and loads of questions coming in, which I'm going to pop across to Sara as we go through the show. You guys are absolutely loving this show, as we knew you would. It is very, very busy as well. I'd love to see pictures of things that you've made using your Ultimate Pro or your Scoremaster. We'll be focusing on the Scoremaster as we go through the show as well. If you want to send your pictures into us, please do. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send those pictures into, which is awesome. Right, I think it's about time we drop in on Pam and see how Pam is getting on in Royal Berkshire, darling. Oh, here she is. Here's Pam. She's got a PPE on.
PPE, Pam. There's a reason.
Team Platypus. Oh, Pam.
Oh, Pam, that's amazing.
What have you made that? Was it acetate you've made it out of?
Well, this?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is your acetate. Not just for box making. Going around Sainsbury's.
Oh, for anyone that doesn't know, Pam was the first ever Craft House guest that we had, basically on our Craft House shows, and it was back in the first lockdown when no one could get any PPE. And Pam, out of the blue, just told us that she'd made this face shield and she went and put it on. And honestly, we've never laughed so much, and we still laugh about it all the time, don't we, Pam? Pam, how long have you been watching Crafters TV for?
Well, forever. Since whenever.
Since it started.
I used to watch Sara on Create and Craft when you were the first time you were over on Create and Craft.
Yeah.
So I've just my ultimate Sara.
Yes.
Is this one.
Wow.
Which is the sparkle one.
Oh.
Yes.
How long ago was that? That was the limited edition.
When was that, Sara?
We made a limited edition purple sparkly one for our 10-year anniversary.
Wow.
And wow, Pam managed to get hold of it. They're like hen's teeth, as our Leanne would say, those now.
Are they? Can I sell it on eBay? We pay for a cruise.
So Pam, I take it you like our Ultimate then. What is it you love about the Ultimate?
Do you know what sold it to me originally?
Go on.
These 2 little bits that I keep in my treasures toolkit to save everything up. These to make the bows.
Oh, yes. Do you know what I can do?
Because I can't make bows, and these are the best bits. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm going to do, Pam? While Joe's chatting away to you, I will make a bow. I don't know if they can see me up close on the bow making. We'll see if we can get the bow making up close while Joe's chatting away to you. I've got some ribbon here as well.
Oh, there's three of us on screen at the same time. Right, Pam, tell us a little about this. Tell me a bit about this craft club that you've started up. Because I know during lockdown 1.0, you got a little craft group together, didn't you?
Yeah, well, you know, we live in a little cul-de-sac of 5 houses, and we used to meet on a Thursday morning, socially distanced for our coffee, because the weather was good. And then they said, oh, we're bored because we're all old age pensioners. And So I said, well, I could do yoga. And they're all going, I don't know about that. So I said, what about craft then? So we decided we'd craft. So I set up all the tables around the garden. And then once a week, we crafted in the garden. And then apart from a little break over Christmas, we now do it on WhatsApp, a WhatsApp video in our houses. And then we make, each week they'll say, can we make a birthday card? And then I'll say, well, we'll do a gatefold or we'll do an easel card. So I'm trying to do a craft along with.
Amazing.
And so they're learning a new technique and a new type of card each week. You know?
Amazing.
So,
well, hopefully soon, Pam, hopefully soon you'll be able to all be in the same room together. Fingers crossed, bit of luck.
well, fingers crossed we'll be outside in the garden, Jen.
Yeah, that'd be enough. Do you want to share with us some of the stuff you've been making? Because I know you've got loads of stuff which we're going to get through over the next hour and a half.
This was this week's card.
Oh, Pam, can I tell you a secret, Pam?
Sara's going to do. I've just made an envelope box for it.
Oh, I'm going to
Fabulous.
be doing one of them next, Pam. I'm going to be doing one of them next.
I got in first.
I'm in first with the ribbons at least.
Card.
Love that.
Card we made, and then of course because it's got the lily paper flower on, it just slides nicely
Oh, into your envelope box.
Gorgeous.
into the envelope box. How good's that? See?
How fabulous is that?
Yeah.
Really gorgeous. Are you enjoying the new shows? Are you enjoying the craft alongs, Pam?
Oh yeah.
Now, what I want to know.
Listening, and then when it's something I'm not sure, I have a little look. And then, of course, I'm listing them, as you know. I've got my little list and all the little techniques, and I've been sending them out to people as well. So they can look back and show. And the thing is, as Sarah said, we're getting lots of new people.
Yeah, we are all the time.
And also, all these goodie bags that we don't know what's in them when you send them.
Yeah.
And then somebody gets a die or something, and then they think, well, what am I going to do with this? So I've been thinking with my list, and go back and find the show.
Oh yeah, have you heard about this, Sarah?
Have I heard about this, Jo?
Pam has catalogued every single show ever on Crafter TV, and she's got like this dossier. We need to get Pam in to do some sort of, book some sort of system for us.
Jo, I can tell you, Pam and I have been chit-chatting on email, isn't that right, Pam? So Pam sent me over, and do you know what? Even just Pam's list, it's brilliant because you can go in and quickly search for what's in what show. But I'm trying to see if I can work with our tech team to do something like official with Pam's list so that it's searchable on the website.
We're going to have to call it Pam's List though when it goes on the website.
Yes.
It's going to have to be called, isn't it? Pam's List.
Pam's list.
PPE Pam's list.
Absolutely, it is. Right, Pam, we're going to be dropping in on you again really shortly, right?
It's now PPPE. Platypus PPE.
Okay, it's just going to get longer and longer and longer. Right, I'm going to pause you there, Pam. We'll be back to you in just a second. Isn't she a hoot? Pam. She is absolutely awesome. Some questions coming in for you, Sara. Rose says, is there a way to make the lettering darker on the Ultimate Pro? Could you use permanent marker to highlight them so they're easier to see? Is that
Yes. Yes, if you want to go over yours so that you can see the writing on it a little bit better, just get one of our Spectrum Noir pens, the broad tip, and just slightly go over the top with them, and it'll just make that lettering stand out a little bit better. You know, we make all of these in our factories in the northeast of England here, Jo. So, and I'll just be really honest, we have the equipment to do injection moulding in them factories. We don't have the equipment to make that a different colour. So ours are always just the same and just a little bit raised. But you can easily do that yourself if you want to do that yourself.
Awesome.
Do you want me to crack on with the next bit of the demo? I promise.
Yeah, please.
Box.
I've just got one more little question I want to ask you before, and I'm sure you'll cover it in the next demonstration if you can. Sue Bigden on YouTube is asking about which side to score on when it comes to your different cardstocks.
Great question. I will cover that in this next bit of the demo.
Perfect.
Let's have a little look. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to get the instruction leaflet out and also the trimmer and also the tools, right? So here we go. In the instruction booklet, do you know it feels so? I remember the photo shoot Can you remember I used to have my nails done with what should we call it, with French manicure all the time. I used to sit and paint the tips white myself every week. So right, oh my life, this is the instruction book for the US 8.5 by 11 one.
Oh, shut the front door. Do you want mine?
Oh yes. Oh, hang on, here's one under here. Is this the UK one? Yes. Here's the UK one. So now, if I open this up, look at that. How confusing is that? You've got a US instruction leaflet in the UK one. That's backstage. That's putting in different ones. So I've got all of these, right? What I was going to say was if I go all the way near the end, right? This is a brilliant technique, by the way, anybody who learns that. We might try and cover that later in the show. Right, envelope making. There's your techniques, some golden rules of envelope making that I wrote you. How to do your 3D envelope boxes and then your different sizes. So, for this card that we just made, Joe, it's a C6 envelope you need. So it tells me on here to fit an A6 card, which is an A4 folded into quarters. So even if you don't know our special card sizes, that started off life as an A4, was cut in half and folded up. So A4 folded in quarters, perfect. It tells me I need 21 centimetre square cardstock. So for those of you that like to work in inches, no excuse here, folks. It's dead easy because this just goes in here. You've got your inches on one side and you've got your centimetres on the other. So what I can do is I can come in with a piece of the cardstock. I can go along to 21 centimetres, right? Then take the little trimmer and I can cut down on the trimmer there, Joe. That is 21 centimetres square. My paper trimmer goes back into there. Let's have a little look. If I go back to the envelope making section. Now, remember we always put that little black clip on the top, right? If you've always got the little black clip on the top, it makes it a little bit easier. And I'm going to have it here at the side of me. And I'm going to follow through. Now it tells me C6 envelope was 21 centimetres square, lines C and E. So what you do is, you come onto here, you go into the corner and you do C, all right? Now, if you're making a flat envelope, that is it. If you want the one with a gusset like the one Pam was showing, you see you've got a little step in here. So what you do is you go into that little step and you do C again, right? Same on the opposite corner, Joe, right into the corner, C. Then if you want the gusset, you go into the little step and you do C again. And this is how you make your envelopes with that little bit of a it's about 1/4 of an inch on the side. Then the other line was E, so we're going to here. You'll see that the E line crosses the C lines. That is the whole crux behind how the whole thing works. And then we're going to do the same on the last corner. You do the E line, and then you go right into the corner and do the E line again.
Awesome.
So that now, for those of you that like to make little, I would say like 4x60 style cards, get your A4 cardstock. Don't worry about cutting it to 4x6. Get your A4 and you can do all these wonderful shape and style cards because you're going to have all of the standard A4 and you're just going to cut it in half, fold that in half again, and you've got our lovely A6, which is a really, really popular size here in the UK. I'm telling all of our US viewers that our UK viewers would already know all
Lots of questions still coming in about UK-US sizing, UK-US papers. Sarah, could you just clear that up for anyone that is just joining us?
Yes, so A4 is basically our standard size A4, Joe, is a little bit thinner. Yeah, so ours is 8 1/4. Over in the US, your standard size is 8 1/2 wide, and ours is just shy on 12 inches, and in the US, your equivalent is actually 11. So all you find is your paper is basically shorter and a little bit fatter, right? Or way longer and thinner if you like to do it the other way around. But you need the exact right lines. You can't, none of this, look at that perfect envelope, by the way. None of these card sizes that we talk about are, like, I don't know what this line is. So gatefold A5 is basically an A4 sheet of paper, exactly scored in half. So let's just put the half fold in. In fact, let's just say what that is. So that was 297 millimetres. I don't even know what a half of 297 millimetres is. But then if I trim that in half up there, Joe, to get A5, and I said, right.
148.5.
It's what, sorry?
198.5.
No, it's not.
Is it not? How many millimetres was it?
148.5 it'll be.
Oh, was it? I'd said that first and then I changed my mind.
Right. And then this here, so this is 210, and I'm going the gatefold, which is a quarter of it. So what's a quarter of 210 millimetres? Do we give them monkeys, folks?
No, we don't need
and
to know.
Also, you American lot, in fact, to be honest, most of us British lot don't even work in inches anyway. In centimetres anyway, we work in inches. Whereas all this does is, the card is A5, we want a gatefold, so we use the gatefold line for A5. And then if that is half of that, you know, if that is basically half, that's half a sheet of A5 now. So that then is A6. So now we can make the perfect envelope for a sheet of A6. So if you have someone watching in the US and wants to make, if you buy all of your cardstock from us here at Crafters TV and have these beautiful, especially when we do these fantastic deals on like the Centura Pearl, it's all made to A4, which is the gold standard in the rest of the world apart from America. So you can now buy our Ultimate, which is all the right size for that. So we've got all of that, all taken care of in one tool, right? Now, that is envelopes. I want to do one last thing to finish off my envelope, Joe, right? These here, by the way, are all about decorative embossing. So I can just feel my way and feel the embossing bit in here. And just by embossing around, it doesn't matter if you go outside the lines, because it will only give a lovely emboss where you have lines. It just finishes.
Oh,
it
that is
really,
classy, isn't it?
And then we've got that
Fancy is what that
lovely,
is.
if you want to take the next level, that lovely little bow that we did, Joe. And so when Pam was talking, I did a double bow and a single bow. And I just think, did I turn my glue gun off earlier or is it still on? Oh, it's still on, we're all good. Right, here we go. So we can stick that on there. And then I can go and stick this one in here. And look at that. I've made a really, really professional card and envelope. Now, I know we haven't done all the decoration of it. This is not, being totally honest, folks, this is not a decoration style show. This is just to learn as much as you can about different cardstocks, different things that you can make with all of your different cardstock.
And look, what I would say is I know what Sarah's got in store demo-wise for this show. We've not. If this was a workout, which it isn't, we're a workout-free zone here at Crafters TV. But if it was, we wouldn't even be out of the warm-up yet, would we, Sarah?
We wouldn't be at the warm-up indeed, Joe. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? So how simple was it to do the bows, to do the envelope with the nice little flap, to do the fold? And I would just say, any of you in the US watching who make a lot of cardstock with us, this is an absolute game changer for you. Now, give me 1 second and I'm going to come back and we're going to go into boxes, Joe.
Awesome, really looking forward to that. Susan says, would love Pam's list on the website, Sarah. What a lovely lady Pam is. She really is, isn't she?
She's amazing.
Joe
amazing.
says, I'm in the US and I have both the US and the UK version. I actually use the UK version more because I have so much Crafts Companion paper.
There you go. That is exactly what I'm talking about, Joe. Exactly what I'm talking about.
Yolanda's in Texas. Everyone that's in Texas, I know, it's a bit where they're having some storms there at the moment. So we're sending, aren't we, our thoughts and prayers to everyone. And loads of love to all of our Texan viewers. I hope you are all doing well and staying safe. But she says that she just bought the UK Ultimate Pro, which is absolutely awesome. Laura says, I love the envelope embossing. It really makes the finished perfect. It really does.
Can I answer one question?
Of course you can.
I've seen Diana said, can't we have plates made with the UK measurements? Then we don't have to buy another one just for that part. Yes, if you want the plate, go and look for the top score and the enveloper.
Right.
So the top score and the enveloper in the UK, they're like our basics. So basically the top score is just this part here. And then the enveloper is just this part underneath here. So if you want just that one plate, go and look for that on the website. And actually, I hope we have the UK top score on the US website. If not, I will ask our team to make that available from next week.
Oh, really? Cool.
So you want the UK top score. But to be honest, I think what you'll find is, especially when I come to start and use the boxes, you'll be, if you buy just that part there, you'll be frustrated at not having the rest of the stuff because this is a 10-in-1. That's just one of the tools, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Awesome. This is a great thing about working with a boss, right? If stuff like isn't happening or isn't there, or Sara just comes in, she's like, yeah, I'll make it happen, boom, and it's done. That's why it's so great to have Sara with us in the studio here. I want to move on and show you some A4 cardstock now, which we've got available for you. It is some hunky-dory. Now this is 350 GSM, adorable scoreable, so no crack in your crease, bendy ink properties on this. You've got this beautiful dotty one here, which I just think is awesome. If I was a paper stock today, I'd be dotty, because I am. I'm just not quite with it today, am I?
That's a good point as well. I hadn't thought. Obviously, we sell all of our cardstock in A4, but I would say on the whole, while you can have a look at what Joe's doing while I'm telling you about this, but basically on the whole, I'm going to wait for you to go back over to Joe and see his lovely cardstock. Yeah, on the whole, in the UK, I think we make, no offence, way nicer paper than what you have in the US, way nicer. So I like the thought of being able to buy any of our, not just from us, but like hunky-dory cardstock here. All their cardstock's made in A4. We have loads of their beautiful designs on the website here. You can go and be choosing any of this gorgeous cardstock and know that you're then going to have the ultimate to work it from.
Absolutely. Two of them are shiny, and these two are, Ink Me, which I love, which is the unfinished coating of the hunky-dory cardstocks. Now, I've got 3 individuals for you as well. I'm going to start with animal print. This is, it's my favourite hunky-dory cardstock, this one. Honestly, it's like a safari holiday in the comfort of your craft room, Sara. Check this out. All of these gorgeous animal prints.
Look at that. And then here's the thing, right? So your A4 cardstock, if those of you that are watching in the US, you can't cut A4 down to make 8.5 by 11 because it's longer one way and shorter the other way. So you can't, that's what I find, you could cut 12 by 12 down to A4 size, but you can't cut 8.5 by 11 down to A4. So if you want to be able to work with like all these gorgeous papers that Joe's showing you now, all of these you can work with the ultimate.
This one is the Gorgeous Grunge. Bit of a oxymoron, gorgeous grunge, isn't it? Can you be gorgeous? Can you be gorgeous and grungy at the same time? Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, plot twist, if you're a hunky-dory cardstock, turns out you can. And then this one here, you're going to love this one, Sara. Look at this Miri card, but with all of the geo designs on there. Can you see it? It's just so awesome. Look at the tones and the colours on that. I mean, absolutely stunning. Really gorgeous. I think it's fantastic. It's like a kaleidoscope of colours. Really beautiful. They are all the options for you that we've got available in the A4s. There are definitely the 12 by 12s on the show, which I'll show you a little later as well, which is fantastic. Right, loads of you still chatting away. Christine Mahoney says, hi there, I have both and I love them. Of course, Christine Mahoney has both of them. Sara's coming to pinch my, she's coming to pinch my cardstock.
I've got the cardstock.
I knew it. I could see the glint in her eyes. I was flicking through that cardstock there.
I'm all over pinching that, Joe.
Christine says, I've got both and I love them. Lots of paper does come in handy. Christine is the queen of the papers, so I'm not surprised she's got both of them. Deborah says, I love that envelope decorations. And Rhonda's saying, I agree, Sara. Your paper is such a high quality. I've stopped buying US cardstock. Just ordered stamping card to replenish my stock. Great buy today. So thank you for that. You are more than welcome, Rhonda. Anyone that's got any questions, please get them into me as we go through the show. Remember what you're getting though. We very rarely give you extra value with our Ultimate Pro. Today you're going to get the Ultimate Pro, and then we're going to also give you as well the board in there too. The board you get is a Teddy Surprise and the butterflies as well. So I know you've got loads that you want to get through in the next sort of hour and 10 minutes. So I can see you like a coiled spring over there. Any questions anyone's got, get them into me. Keep sending us pictures. We'll try and show some of those in the next sort of 20 minutes or so. What would you like to share with us next, Sara?
Well, I quite fancied the look of some of that fabulous hunky-dory Miri card. So I thought, right, how about we pick one of these and do one of these as a lid. Oh, I'm going to have that one, Joe. One of these as a lid on a box, and then we'll do something a lot simpler. Can you see like that on the back? So this is one of the Centura Pearl on the back. Now, when it comes to box making, Joe, okay, let me just get this over here. So can you see, this is your box making. We've got box base on one side and box lid on the other. These lines, Joe, are every ½ an inch. So let's imagine that we've made a card that is 5 by 7. Yeah, that's a pretty standard size card, isn't it? 5 by 7. And if we want to make a box that is 1.5 inches deep, right? If you think it's going to be 7 one way, plus 1.5 inches plus 1.5 inches. So basically, 1.5 inches would be, twice that would be 3. So you do your 7 plus the 3, so 8, 9, 10. So we're going 10 inches one way, and what did I say, by 5 the other way, and then an extra 3, which gets us to the 8, which is absolutely perfect, isn't it? Because it's about 8 1/4. So all I'm going to do is, I'll just bring in my trimmer, just to kind of make life. Let's have a little look. We'll get the ultimate opened up and we'll get that trimmer in. So what did I say that we were doing it? We were doing it to, hang on, 8 by 10, isn't it? 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. By 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep.
I wanted to agree and nod along with you, but honestly, Sarah, I've not got a clue.
You had no idea what I was talking
Not
about,
a clue.
did you? Yep. So let's have a look. I'm going to take both of these to just 10 and a little bit. And that and a little bit is just to give my box a little bit of give based on what's inside, all right?
A lot of people talking about the US papers that they are able to get in cardstock, just not having the same weight and structure to them that our Crafters Companion stuff does, and UK style cardstocks. Is there sort of a difference between the two, Sarah, would you say?
Yeah, do you know, I just found all the time I would go out to the stores in America, I was just, everything that you guys, no disrespect, but what you guys call cardstock would never get called cardstock here. We would call it paper because it's too thin. And I could only assume that back when I first started out in the industry, people didn't really do a lot of card making. It was all scrapbooking. And for your scrapbook pages, you don't really need thick cardstock, do you not? Whereas when we're making cards, you absolutely do need that thick cardstock, Joe. So I would definitely say, I think it's just the weight of the cardstock. So, right, what I'm doing, oh look, I'm doing this one here. I've gone, because we're on 2 mirror cards, can you see I've gone up a size? So when I use my Centura Pearl, these 2 tools, Joe, you get both of them. So you've got the very fine nib, you've got a medium nib, you've got a large nib, and you've got a flat. So if I'm using like a thick cardstock, I always use this one here. If I'm on a speciality cardstock like this, I go up in size with the ball tool, and it's just less intrusive on the card. So can you see I'm going over it a couple of times and I'm using this. Now, I didn't have a chance to explain to you what I was doing. One of the questions you asked, people asked which side of the cardstock to score on. Always on the coated side.
You would think that's counterproductive, wouldn't you?
I know, so can you, I'll do my little diagram to explain to you. You'll have to look at me, folks, instead of looking down there, right? So, if you imagine, these are the fibres of the cardstock all intertwined together, right? When you score down them, you basically put these under a lot of pressure so that these are what get expanded. So these are expanded so that then when you fold it, they've been expanded
perfect.
so they can fold round, right? By contrast, when you do this, these fibres under here, soon as we expand the top, we put pressure on these under here. So they're already under pressure, so you can see the fibres are breaking a bit. So as soon as you do that, all the fibres crack and break. So that's why you always score on the top. And if in doubt, go gently and go a few times. So can you see I'm doing this? And now when I crease that, we get absolutely no cracking, even though this is a really speciality cardstock. I mean, these papers from Hunky Dory are absolutely off the chart, folks. Now, what I didn't explain was I used the lines for box base to do this silver Centura Pearl card, and I used the lines from box lid to do the other side, right? And what it does is it makes your base a tiny weeny little bit higher than what the lid is. And you'll never, the naked eye would never notice how much higher it is. And I'll try and get the camera to show you up close at the end of the demo, so you can hopefully see how tiny little bit higher it is. But what that has the effect of is pinching, as you would say, a fly's eyelash, or our Leanne would say
nostril.
Warthog's nostril. Sorry, our Leanne says a fly's eyelash, you say a warthog's nostril. And then that pinches that tiny little bit off the inside of the card.
Maybe it could be a dingo's eyelash.
A dingo's eyelash. Oh, what was that saying you were saying earlier, Joe? It was hilarious.
Someone's left the dingoes loose in the top paddock.
Hey, that was. You'll have to go back and watch our show earlier from today, folks, if you missed that. What a hoot we had. In fact, we've had a great day, haven't we? You can go back and you can watch our Craft Vault show where we did a load of flower forming. Then we did some lovely introductory kits in the last show. It's been a wonderful Saturday.
It's been a Super Sara Saturday, is what it's been.
Super Sara Saturday, I'm totally taking
Or
that
a Sara
one.
Super Saturday. I think a Sara Super Saturday.
Whatever you want to call it, Joe.
Okay,
Either
it's
way,
been
I'm
fabulous,
thrilled to
whatever you
bits.
call it.
Right, so, and you followed what I explained to all of you about how we had the, you know, about how we'd done the card for the 7x5 card, but we've made the perfect size box for it, allowing 1.5 inches for all the sides. So look at that. Look at how that lid and base fit together beautifully. And I'm going to get our lovely director, Charlotte, here we go, she's coming in for a close-up. Can you see how that base, just down there, is a tiny, tiny, weeny little bit bigger, right? I've got to try not to, there it is, tiny, tiny, weeny little bit bigger, but you wouldn't have noticed it had I not said it. And that pinches space off the bottom so that the base of your card, base of your box becomes a little bit smaller than the lid. And then look, that is just over 5 by just over 7 to perfectly fit a 5x7 card, because it's 5x7. We allowed 1.5 inches either side, so it has to go up 1.5 inches, along 5, down 1.5 inches. So that's how we got to 8 that way. And then it goes up 1.5 inches, along 7, down 1.5 inches. That's how we got to 10 that way. So 10 by 8 gives you a 5x7 box if you're doing it 1.5 inches deep.
I love
Make
that.
sense?
That absolutely makes total sense, and awesome. But the thing is, imagine what you'd go out and pay for a box like that. Probably £2 to £3, I'd imagine, you pay for a box that sort of size. But the thing is, you can never get a box the size you need it, can you? This is great, because of course you can. Just a quick question for you, Sara. Stephanie Theodos on Facebook says, how do you know which version you have? I bought mine so long ago that I'm now unsure which one it is.
Right, okay, so let me just show you. On the front, what do your lines say? So if they say this, so I've got gatefold A5, gatefold A4, trifold A4. So if it's talking about A4, it's talking about your UK sizes. If your lines down here are all saying US letter, so half fold US letter, gatefold US letter, you've got the US size, right? So it's all it is, it's what the lines say on there. Are they saying A4? To be honest, we only started selling the A4 one. We only made it available for purchase in the US around about October time last year.
Oh, really?
Because so many of you were watching and shopping. So unless you've tricked our website and ordered it in the UK in the
I wouldn't
past
be
and
surprised.
sent it to a UK address to have it sent to the US, then other than that, if you've bought the version before October, you've absolutely bought the American version, which is what most, you know, we sell tens of thousands of these every year in America in American sizes, which makes sense. Because, to be honest, I'm sure most of America doesn't even know that the rest of the world has a different paper size unless you're watching Crafters TV every day and wondering what all these sizes are that we're working on.
Absolutely. I wanted to tell you something. Are you ready? Are you excited? Because I need to tell you about this. We don't often give you this opportunity, but what we're going to do in the show, we're going to give you the opportunity to buy our tape pens in basically our what we basically send out to our third-party retailers. So in our wholesale boxes, really. These are them. So the only way you can normally get your hands on these is if you are a third-party retailer, like a store in the UK. However, oh yes, look at what you get included. We've got them on the show for you today. It's a rare treat that we're able to do it, because you get 12 of our tape pens in here. This one I've got for you is the Dotty tape pen, right? £38 or $54 to get you 12 of them. If you don't want to run out, you don't want to miss out, then absolutely get yourself stocked up on this. I'll give you the details for the regular extra strong one as well. We've got that on the show. And that one is different details for. Oh, there it is, the extra strong, £30, $39.50 if you want to do that one. So do grab that one if you want it. What else we've got, of course, for you is the Ultimate Pro. Now, the great thing about getting the Ultimate Pro in this show is that we're giving you extra value included, which is absolutely fantastic. And that extra value is by way of that extra board, which is awesome. The extra board, of course, worth $12.99, whether you're shopping in pounds or dollars. You are getting that included totally free of charge, which is fantastic. If you want to order anything, absolutely, you can. Get yourself over to the website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au. Right, Sara's, we normally show you loads of videos in these shows, but Sara has just got so much to squeeze in that we're just going to have to go straight back to Sara, I'm afraid. Well, I'm not afraid. I can report. Go with that.
I know we have to go back to Pam as well, because I want you to see some of Pam's makes.
Absolutely.
I'm going to fit a couple of little boxes in, Joe, right? While I'm in the love of doing boxes. So I'm going to get some of that hunky-dory animal print, right? So which one do you like, Joe?
Oh, do I get a choice? I like the tiger one, please.
What's the tiger? This one.
That one there, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm watching, after watching Tiger King on Netflix, I feel like that's my favourite animals.
Well, let's imagine that Joe has done, let's have a look. You're going to be doing, you're having a party, Joe. We want to make
You can call me
favour
Joe
boxes.
Exotic for the rest of this show if you want.
Joe Exotic, right, Exotic Joe, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to score this in half. I'm going to fold this in half. So basically that would be half fold A5. And I'm going to do this, and I'm just going, no, I'm not going to be lazy. I was going to do it with my scissors, Joe, but I'm not going to. I'm going to pop in my trimmer, and I've put that in the halfway. So now all I'm doing is lining up that score line with the middle of here, all right? So now I've got two pieces. That's half of an A4 folded in half lengthways, right, Joe? Now, you're going to love these, Joe. You're going to absolutely love these. What we're going to do is we're going to first of all score this in half. So I've got half fold A4. So half fold A4 straight across the middle, right? Then what we're going to do is we're going to mark the halfway point here. So gatefold A5, and I just put the mark lines on at the two sides, Joe, right? Then, now this is hard for you to see because you can't really see my scoring lines on here, but that has got the score line in there. I'm going to line up the end of that score line there with this little notch that we've put here, and I'm just going to score diagonally. Now, we did have somebody asking us, how do you get the score lines diagonal? Now, what I do is I'm just looking, I just choose the line. Generally, I choose this line here because the gatefold line straight underneath the wavy edge line, so it's much easier to see. And I'm tilting the cardstock so that I get that fold line in absolutely perfectly, right? So all four sides we've done that fold line with, right? Then all I'm doing is and our producer George said, how do I know how far to tilt it? What I was doing, George, is where I'd marked that line,
you're going
so
from
where
the
I'd
outside
marked
edge
that
to the
there,
middle,
and then I'm just rotating that until that lines up with the halfway point on here.
Susan Elliott says, your camera work at Crafters TV is outstanding. So
It is
much
indeed.
detail.
Do you know,
Queen of the close-up, Charlotte, although she was dethroned last night live by Leanne.
No way.
Leanne savaged her last night during our Craft Vault show.
What happened?
Leanne tried to do a demo on the layering stamps. It lasted 25 minutes. Go back and watch it if you've got time, because it was it was so funny. And then Leanne and Charlotte got in some like sort of craft spat about what the measurements were at the start. It was most amusing. You need to go back and see it.
I will have to go back and watch that. Let's have a little look. Right, I'm just finding, Joe, some, I love these here, right? I'm going to find out, going to get a little bit of this here so that we've got some lovely ribbon. Now watch this, Joe, right? If I take this pokey tool through the two sides here, right? Right there, through these two sides here again, and then all I'm going to do is go through, oh no, where's the bit that I've just cut? Oh, maybe I didn't cut it, maybe I just imagined I'd cut it, right? So I'm going to go through here, and you're going to push, just use that little tool to push these two through here, and then I'm going to go through this third side. I make these boxes, can I just say, all the time. A couple of my friends, when they've got married and I've done their wedding favours for them, I always persuade them to have these as the wedding favour boxes because they're so easy to make. Look at that there. And how good does it look in the tiger print? Now, you imagine you're doing like a party. So Joe's having a jungle party with his lovely little boxes. You could be doing that. Oh, Joe, I'm going to take these home to put some more of my fudge in again, right? Lovely little box of fudge. Shall I just do one more again, just to remind everybody how you did it, right? So, this was a sheet of A4, which we just cut in half. You go to the half fold A4 line, right? Half fold A4 there. Then we do the gatefold A4 here, and the gatefold A4 there, right? Then I'm going to tilt this so that this point lines up there, and we're just going to go down here. And then the same here, I'm joining that line, tilting this round to that one down there, Joe. And it's so easy and quick to do. Honestly, it's just perfect. There we go.
Fabulous. So excited. Lots of you talking about how much you're loving this. and how much you love using your Ultimate Pro. Still a few questions coming in about UK, US papers, sizings, what machine it is. Machine, it's not a machine. Well, it is a machine, isn't it? It's a tool. That's what it is, Georgina, thank you. But it is a UK one, and if you're using UK cardstocks, then absolutely you're going to love using it. I guess you wouldn't recommend using, you said this earlier, Sara, you can't make A4 out of US letter size, can you?
No, or the other way around.
Or the other way around.
So basically, it's longer one way and shorter the other way.
Right, okay.
So you can't convert one into the other, which is frustrating. You can cut your 12 by 12 down, but again, I find that the thicker cardstock that we do, we more do it in the A4. Same with Hunky Dory. And do you know what? The whole of the rest of the world actually uses A4.
Really?
It's only in America that they do the 8.5 by 11.
Let's not get into the who
It's not
drives
like driving on the side of the road
I was
where
just
half
about to
the
say,
world
let's
does
not
one.
get into who drives on the correct side of the road.
But it's not like that where half the world
have
do
got our
one.
back because they're on the same side as us.
Yeah, it's not like that basically. It's basically the rest of the world, A4 is a standard size. It's just in America you have a different size. So if you want to work with paper from the rest of the world, then you want this Ultimate. Now look at that. So
beautiful.
If I was getting ready for your jungle party now, they're like a minute make each them, Joe?
It would be nice to I'm seeing them sort of hung on some sort of like birthday tree or something, you know, with all little gifts in them, Sara. I think there's so many fun things that you could do with them. Or, I tell you what, get me some quilting clips, fabulous earrings.
Fabulous earrings.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna look good then. Can I just say, right? So I feel like we've done the warm-up.
Michelle would love those.
Michelle
knits for you. She would absolutely love them. She's always got amazing earrings.
There you go. Well, what I'm going to do, so basically you've had the first half of the show now as a bit of a warm-up. So the first half of the show, you've all learned how to do the basics. In the second half of the show, for those of you that weren't here at the top, okay, second half of the show, we'll do this one first. So I'm going to do this here and I'm going to teach you how to do all of the little boxes. Oh, I've pulled this off, right. I'll go and stick that back on. So I'm going to show you how to do the little boxes and we're going to do that bit. And then we're going to progress on from that to do this one next as well, right?
Wow.
So give me a minute to get tied up. Actually,
okay.
You can probably check in with Pam as well.
I'll have a chat with Pam. I see what Pam's been up to. She lives in a very posh part of the world, Pam, you know.
Oh, is that right?
She lives in the Royal County of Berkshire, yes. Which, for anyone that doesn't know, in fact, we'll get Pam to tell us. Do you know why it's called for our American viewers, Pam? Why is it the Royal County of Berkshire?
Because Her Majesty the Queen just lives 10 miles up the road from me.
Fantastic.
Windsor.
Maybe you could get around for a cuppa and a bit. Maybe she could join your crafting club.
Yes, she could do probably.
Pam, PPE Pam by royal appointment is what we'd then be able to put, wouldn't we? But on your little, when you send your pictures into us, I think that would be absolutely fantastic. Pam, I'd love to see some of the other stuff that you've made because I know you've got so many things there that you've been up to. I'm loving the lime green headphones, may I say, as well.
These are what I take on a cruise, Joe. When
are they?
This.
Oh, fabulous.
I can't get all the ones to take. Now, I've made a box.
Fabulous.
Like Sara, but mine's the 6 by 6.
Oh, awesome.
So
fabulous.
By 6 to go with.
I love that, Pam. Oh, and they're the new floral animals. The flanimals.
It's those one dies that we got the other week.
Yeah, beautiful, those.
Gosh, I can't see which way I am now.
Yeah, well, I can see that.
That's the stag, where I did poinsettias and made it into a Christmas card.
Love that. You're getting a head start, Pam.
Well, no, I wanted to see that I could use it as a twofer.
Oh, perfect.
You know, for now. Now, the other thing I've made is Sara got the boys, because she wanted the boys to see this.
What is it? You're going to have to show them later, Sara.
It's about, the boys are watching. The boys are watching.
It's an Easter box. Oh, I love that. Look at this, Sara.
I know. Me and Pam were looking at it before the show.
That is awesome. Fabulous. Is it full of chocolate eggs?
Yeah, look, all the eggs are in there.
Oh, Pam, I love that. And I'm glad you spared some acetate away from the PPE to pop it in your box as well. Don't you be repurposing that after Easter, will you?
I'd want to see the other box.
Yeah, please. I'd love to.
Well, yeah, right. I have to watch this one. Right, this is the one I put on. Where am
Oh, this
I?
looks gorgeous.
Right.
Yeah.
Which way around is it? Right, then it's...
Ready? Oh, yes, Pam, I love it.
Isn't it amazing? Oh, honestly, I saw this on Facebook. Pam put a picture of this on Facebook last night and I was cooing over this.
I'm ready.
Wasn't it?
What happened there?
When you like to swim and nothing happens.
What was meant to happen there, Sarah?
Did you not see? It popped out, but it popped in your nose, didn't it, Pam? I love that.
Oh, Pam.
Oh, you just know that's making the blooper reel at the end of the year.
Oh, from popping out from inside the number card.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Go
word.
on, Pam, show
I'll do
them.
it again. I'll set it up before the end.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, brilliant.
Basically, she's done the, you know, the pop-out confetti. She put the pop-out confetti inside, so you've got the numbers coming over the front that pop out in the back. Pam, honestly, it's incredible. If you don't mind, I'm going to go and share your pictures. You put some little videos on Facebook last night on my page at the end of this show.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Well, Pam, if you'd have had your visor on, you should have had your PPE, your protective equipment, your personal protective equipment on. You'd have been fine there, wouldn't you?
You wouldn't think I have an advanced health and safety certificate.
Oh, Pam, you do bring me joy, Pam, I must say. Right, we're going to go back to Sara because I know she's got loads more she wants to show. Don't you go anywhere, Pam.
I'm not going anywhere, Joe. I'm in lockdown.
I'll be coming back to you soon, Pam. Oh, my word. Pam always makes me laugh so much. I always end up like a red beetroot, a sweaty red beetroot whenever we get Pam in the studios. She really makes me laugh so much. Sheila says these treat boxes are the easiest with the Ultimate. Mariah says, I'm sure, the lovely Mariah in upstate New York, who's been on the show as well, says, I'm sure I've worn earrings close to that size back in the 90s. Well, I'd love to see some pictures of those, Mariah.
Mariah was on one of my shows when I was, Mariah's first ever time on the show was from one of mine as well. I loved it.
Fabulous. Diane says she loves the quality of all the products here. She's gotten a lot of our stuff now. Lynn says great demos. Anne says, oh, Pam, love that stag as a Christmas card. Should we do a few pictures before we move on?
Oh, yeah.
This is William, who did his first make out on the craft boxes.
Oh,
what a legend.
William, I love, look how proud of himself he looks.
Love that.
William,
I love your
that's
t-shirt
lovely.
as well, William. It looks awesome. So that's from William and Jennifer. Susie did a milk box, but with drawers in.
Yes,
Shut the front door.
I love that one, Susie. Yeah, that's one of my projects on one of the Ultimates. I love it. And actually, look at this. Susan Dundas has done one of the ones that I'm going to be teaching you later on in the show.
How blooming awesome is that? Love that. Lots of you are still chatting away at the moment, which is fantastic. Victoria is saying Pam knew what was coming and still surprised herself. And if you're surprised by your own makes, you know they're good, don't you, Sarah?
Yes.
Candace says, Pam, your boxes are so fun. Love the number and confetti boxes as well. Right, Sarah, I know you've still got loads to squeeze in before the end of the show. So what would you like to take us through next?
Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do this, right? Now, it's a multi-step project, so we're going to start off by doing the little boxes that go into here. So I'm going to teach you how to make what's called a slip cover box, Joe. So we're going to make these boxes like this. And then what you do is you have 4 of these boxes and you attach them together to make like the base, which then gets an easel card on top of it. It's a lot easier than it looks. That's why we're going to kind of make it. And I'm going to go a little bit slower so everybody can write down the measurements, and I'll cut this video out and I'll save this so that you can come back to it, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to start off with in your box making section of the Ultimate, okay? And I've dropped my little thing here. So what I'm going to do is I've cut some squares of card. Let me tell you the exact measurements for all of these. 5 inches, right? So 5 inches for your inside squares of card, and we're going to make them 1 inch deep. So I'm going to come to box lid, and I know this makes no sense, guys, because this is actually the inside. But when you're doing slip cases, you do the slip case on the base and you do the actual box on the lid. So we're going to start with box lid, and with our 5x5 piece of card, you're going to score all 4 sides here, right? And then we're going to fold this together and make the box lid. So I'm using one of our amazing 12x12 pattern cardstocks. They're wonderful. They're a little bit thinner than the little bit thinner than the plain cardstock that comes in the collection, but it gives you the idea. All right. So here we go. So we've got these on all 4 sides. And then you're going to use your regular tape pen, all right? So I'll put this over here, Joe. Regular tape pen, plenty of tape onto all 4 sides here.
I think we need to get Mariah back on the show, Sarah, because she's saying in the comments, love being on the show. Anyone who hasn't done it yet, please email them. You'll have a blast. Absolutely, email us. All you need to do is email the studio and just put, should we just say to people, just put get involved?
Yes.
And that way, we'll put you in the bank of people that we will then bring onto all of our shows.
Absolutely.
And just tell us where you're from, like what sort of crafting you're into, what your favourite products are, and then one of our social media superstars will pick that up and sort it out for you.
Yeah, we're always looking for people to come on the show.
Always.
I mean, it was just, to be honest, it was only, was it yesterday or the day before, I was asking who wants to come on this show with me, and Pam volunteered. Yeah. Right, so there's our inside box. Then we're going to make the slip case, right? Now for the slip case, you need a piece of card that is the same size, so it's 3 inches wide. So you need 3 inches wide, and we need enough to go along, down, along, up, and a little bit of a glue and flap, right? So all that, all the way around, so you need 3 that way, 1, 3, 1, and a glue and flap, so I work on 9. So I've cut myself a bit of card that's 3 inches wide by 9 inches long. Now watch what we're going to do here, right? We're going to come, first of all, up the side of the box. So if we're going up the side of the box, Joe, it needs to be 1 inch. Yep. So it's basically line number 2. So line number 2 is 1 inch. So you put the score line, then you fold it over and crease it, all right? You open it back up this side and you butt it against the edge. Now the next one is we're coming along here. So this was 3 inches, wasn't it? Or in fact, you can look at it and say, that gets me to that line there, right? So we're going to score that one. We're going to put this crease line in. And the reason this works is because these lines are 1 inch plus a little bit, or ½ inch plus a little bit. We're going to go back up to there. We're going to come down the other side. So we're going to come back to line 2 again, right? And that gives you the inch plus a little bit. And then back over here. And then once we've got that last one in place, we're going to put that edge up against here. And again, we're going with that second to last line, 3 inches. That gives us the last 3 inch bit and a little bit of the gluing flap, right? So plenty of tape on your gluing flap here. And then I like to actually make this around the box, Joe. So you really can't go wrong. You know that it's going to fit because
so do you put it really tight or just give it a little bit of wiggle room?
Probably a little bit of wiggle room. I've got quite tight there with that. Let's have a look. I might loosen it off a little bit. So if we go back into there, I'm only getting away with that because it's pearl, and then I'm going to just loosen it a little bit so that it's a little bit easier for you to open. Yep. So now they're going to push open. So once we've got this stage, then give it a right good push down. So that is how you get your slip box, right? Now what you're going to do is you're going to make 4 of those. So can you see? I've got 2. I've made another 2 here, so you don't need to see me making the same thing 4 times. Shall I tell you a funny story? I once taught a class making an advent calendar with these types of boxes.
What a great idea.
Yes, so we had to make 24. It was a 2-hour class.
Oh.
And I quickly learned, we quickly ended up making half an advent calendar. Because I realised people were getting pretty sick of making 24 of the same box. So yes, so that's why we're not doing a craft along with this, guys. I'm only going to show you one of these. You can take your time and make as many as you want. Now, once you've got them, watch what you're going to do. You're going to cut yourself a couple of squares. Here we go. A couple of squares of card, which are just larger, can you see, than 6 inches. I've gone to 6.5 here. So just larger than 6 inches, because what we're going to do is we're going to put these onto the box like this with all these bits pointing out, so that we're going, oh, let's have a little look. So look, this is coming out this way, this is coming out this way, this one is coming out this way, and this one's coming out this way. And we're going to stick all 4 of them into place. That makes sense?
Yep,
all
absolutely.
4 of them into place like that. Now, what I'm going to use for that is my tacky glue, because I want that little bit of manoeuvrability time in case I get it wrong. So I can take any questions live now, Joe.
Oh, well,
and
do you
I'm
know
gonna
what? There's
manoeuvre
not many
these in
questions.
place.
You must be covering everything, Sarah, but there is a lot of love, as Arcilla would say in the comments. If anyone doesn't know that, Cilla Black used to present a show called Blind Date in the UK. When we were probably like early teens, Sarah,
Yeah.
it was the go-to Saturday night TV.
It was mine,
You'd always
wasn't
get
it?
a Chinese takeaway, wouldn't you? You'd all sit down, and me and my brother and mum and dad would sit down in front of the TV, and it was the one thing we'd all watch as a family every single week.
Yeah.
Brilliant, loved it. Anyway, there's a lot of love, and there is questions now coming as well. Rowan Brazino says, I love being on Craft House too. It was such a blast. Everyone in the back of the house is just as wonderful and friendly as those that you see on air. They make you feel so comfortable and make it so much fun. Don't hesitate, she says. How lovely is that?
You see that we're not scary at all. Our lovely people, you think, oh, my life, I'm going to be on this TV show, and it's actually not scary at all once you meet everybody and you get to kind of see how everything works.
Absolutely.
So please, if you're thinking about it, just come and join us. You never know. We don't bite. Right?
Absolutely, we don't.
Now, can you see that? I've got that lovely base of drawers all ready to go. Once you've learnt that slip technique, trust me, the world is your oyster, right? You'll use it for so that same piece is being used here, just 3 of them on top of each other with a piece wrapped round. You know, we had a card in from one of our viewers, so it's always exactly the same technique. Shall I show you a little tip here as well, Joe? If you take all your boxes out and turn them round upside down,
Yeah.
then you can press.
Oh,
See, I can
top
press, because
tip.
you want to press from the other side. So I just turn all my drawers upside down so that I can give it a nice press from the other side as well. All right, so just give me a second and I'll get all that stuck into place, Joe.
Absolutely. Now, we talked about 12 by 12s, didn't we, in the show? Well, we've got a couple on the show for you, actually. What one should we do first? Let's do the planes first. So the planes are the lovely lilacs is the first one that you've got. Now, this is 12 by 12, 250 GSM. This is the cardstock, isn't it, Sarah, that we had designed specifically to work with the Ultimate Pro?
Yes, that is indeed.
Awesome. So what you're going to get in here is all these gorgeous colours. Now, it's 250 GSM. It's a really fantastic all-round weight, and it's perfect for construction. It's double-sided as well. So what it means is that you're going to have the inside of your boxes and projects are going to be as gorgeous as the outside. So you're going to get that one in there. And you're also going to get, well, there's no way there's 24 sheets in here. You're going to get the sunset orange in there as well. Honestly.
Oh, might have been on those a little bit.
Sometimes only got one sheet of them. But 24 sheets there, you're going to get in the orange sunset. What we're also going to give you as well for free is when you pay for the £2, we're going to give you the 2 corresponding ribbon packs that go with them. So they're your planes. So you've got the lilacs and the orange sunset. What you've also got as well is the patterned option. Now, in here, what you're going to get is the decadent decor. Very 70s, but in a beautiful kind of way, this one, which is brilliant. Love it. I love this. I think that is just exquisite, isn't it? So opulent. You've got that one in there, and then you're also going to get... I don't know how we've managed to get some of these out. Where have we found these from? I thought these had totally gone, the navy and blush. It is, it's an eleganza extravaganza. Look at it, it is gorgeous. That one is absolutely fantastic. I think the plain navy and blush had gone. There's not a huge amount of this though, and you are going to get the 2 ribbon packs in there as well. The navy and blush and the caramel and cream also. So do grab them. You're getting the ribbons for free in both of those configurations, which is awesome. Right, back to you, Sarah.
Right, so while that's drying a little bit, I'm going to put that to one side and make the card to go on the top, okay? So I've just done very simple easel card. So this is just, this piece of cardstock, can you see, was 13 inches, yep. And I scored at the halfway point, so it gives me a 6.5 inch card. And then I'm doing the halfway point on here as well. So we end up with a really nice thing. This is if you want to make one of these boxes where you've got a slight lip on the edge, because the boxes inside are 3 inches. So these make 3 and 6. So it's going to be 6 inches wide. And I'm just giving it an extra little ½ an inch, right? So all I'm doing, Joe, is I'm taking this, and then to make it into an easel, I've got let's have another look. I did have another little bit of I don't know where I've put that. Right, never mind. I had another little bit of cardstock, but I can just go straight on with this one here. And I've just got that base card. I'm just trying to keep this bit simple because I think everybody really needed to see how to make the boxes as it was. So can you see that is going to go, I'm going to lay that right in the front of here. And I'm going to lay this one on the inside. Plenty of matting and layering gives loads of strength to this card. This is the kind of trick with all of it. So we've got that going on the inside. And then just to kind of like decorate this on the front, Joe, I thought what we'll do is we'll pop this in place here. And I'll use my little, I'll use the glue gun kind of for speed as it was. Just for speed getting this whole thing put together. So 4 little globules of glue on the 4 sides, and I'm just going to slightly offset that. Yeah, just going across that way like that. And then I've got a nice thanks here, so we can pop the thanks on. And then I've just done a couple of little die cut flowers, right? So a couple of little die cut flowers on here, one down there, one here. Yeah, I'm liking how this is coming together. Now, it could do with a little bit of a bow for that corner, I feel like, right? So I'm going to use some of those ribbons that come in this pack, and watch, I'm going to do a double bow, but I'm going to do a double bow with 2 different colours in here as well. So one, and then let's cut this one to the same size. And obviously, if you're going for any of that cardstock today, you're getting the ribbon included. Now, if I get my ultimate, you saw me do this earlier, but for anyone who missed the demo earlier, you can see just how easy it is. Now, it's probably easy if you watch me kind of from the front. So I'm going to go, where you put these pegs, by the way, determine how big your bow is. So this here is quite a small one. This here, if I was to put it here, is a really tiny one. Well, actually, sorry, this here, that would be a really tiny one, right? And then I'm going to go in between. So that looks a little bit big. I'll come along another one, and I'll pop that into place there. Right, so I've got that kind of medium size. I can take these 2 pieces of ribbon together, and I can wrap them round together, or I can go with one, right? I think I'll go one at a time. One, wrap it round, over, through, and cross, right? And then I'll leave that on there while we do the next one, round, over, through, over the 2 of them, right? And cross again. So I end up with 2, oh, don't you be sliding off here, right? So just keep that on there. Tie that nice and tight. So now what you've got is, you've got like a double bow. You come down there. So we've got a nice bow. Now I'm going to undo that and I'm going to tie it on now. I'm going to push these in nice and tight, Joe. And then I'm going to tie that on again just to show you exactly what I'm doing, because it's no good doing that while the pegs come off. Come on, let me get this. If a job's worth doing, what is it they say?
If it's worth doing, it's worth doing well.
It's worth doing well. It's worth doing right. Okay? Absolutely. So here we go. If I take this off, right, I'm going to pop these back onto here, right? There we go. So that is on tight, right? Then I'm going to take this. We're going to go round, cross, right? That piece at the top, I'm bringing it over both layers, and then I'm going to tie that in another knot. And I want all of my little strings all coming down the same side. That's what I was after. Right. So now, there we go. That's exactly what I was after there. 2 ribbons, both tied in front of each other, but separate bows, but looking really fantastic. There we go. 2 little bows. So that will come off, and then that will go onto that card that we've just done. So I'm going to add this onto the top corner here.
This is a stunning project. So imagine giving this to someone. Imagine their face lighting up receiving this.
When you do it, exactly. And it's kind of next level a little bit, because it's the fact that it's a card. There you go. But it's going to be a card on top of a box, because now we've got that card. I need the stopper. So I've got the stopper here ready to go. That goes across the middle there. So that's going to be our nice stopper. And the last little one of these will fit onto the centre there. There's our easel fold card. But the easel fold is going on top of the box. So again, just for speed, I'm going to do it with the glue gun, Joe, but literally just because I wanted to get this done really fast. That is going to go onto here give us that perfect card. Loads of strength on the top with that standing up, and then of course that's going to be with all our little boxes coming out.
How fabulous.
If I don't win card of the week this week, I'm going to be so frustrated, because I tell you what, that's pretty impressive for a card that we make live on air, isn't it? And then I've got another demo coming up a little bit later. That's just the starting point. I'm then going to be doing this one here as well. And remember what we said? We said we'd give this away to somebody at the end of the show. So yes, so if you want to win this, all you've got to do is keep your comments coming into Joe, and we'll pick somebody at the end of the show to win.
Or just to make it fair, we'll get our social media superstar to pick one, eh?
Oh, Joe's not wanting any favouritism, are you not?
It's a lot of pressure, Sarah. I mean, I felt the full wrath of our crafters when I tore that paper that time, so, you know, I just feel like it's a lot. I tell you what, we'll get the lovely Katie to pick the winner for us at the end. It's a burden that I can't live with for the next 4 days off before I come back. If you are just tuning in, of course, this is all about the Craft House. It's all about kicking the weekend off in style, inviting you into our Craft House, along with some special guests. We'll go and speak to Pam again in a moment. I want to just remind you of the great deal that we have on the Ultimate Pro. You're getting everything in here that as you normally would. Your scoring tools, your paper trimmer, the bow tools, you're getting the manual in there as well. But what you are getting today also, which you don't normally get, and it makes this a very special deal, is you are also getting that board there as well, which is fantastic. It's a Teddy Surprise and Butterflies board. $12.99, whether you are shopping in pounds or you are shopping in dollars. Just make sure you get hold of it, which is fantastic. It is very, very busy. Alternatively, something else that you might be going for is the Scoremaster and the Boxer. Question did come in a minute ago from Bear, actually, Sara. Said, I just ordered the Scoremaster with the Invella box and Boxer board scoreboard collection. Would I be able to make these projects that you're showing me on those tools?
Yes, absolutely. And there is a version of that exact project on the Advanced Construction Techniques DVD, if any of you've got that, right? And that uses the Boxer. Now, let me just show you the difference between the Scoremaster and the Boxer, okay? Basically, it's the same product, but this one is designed to clip into your Ultimate. This one is a standalone. So, for example, when you're using this with your cardstock, right, you'll see, let's go to the inches side, you butt up because it's got a raised butting edge, right? And then it's longer than your 12 inches here, right? This is the same product, but just the middle bit here, right?
Okay.
So the reason it is like that is because if you take your Ultimate, it is designed to clip into the Ultimate like that. So now you've got your score line from the Ultimate, and you've got the measurements there from your Ultimate. It's exactly the same. If you flip it over, then you've got all of the measurements in centimetres. So the reason the Boxer is made as an add-on to your Ultimate, the Scoremaster was made because a lot of people were saying, oh, well, I don't have the Ultimate, but I want to be able to do the scoring. So the Scoremaster is the standalone, the Boxer one fits onto your Ultimate.
Absolutely fabulous. Thank you for that. Both of them are available for you in this show. If you want the Scoremaster with the Boxer, it's available for you, £16 or $16. In case you didn't know, the Ultimate Pro is a must-have in your craft room, says Stephanie. Lorraine says, I have the paper pads. I love them. Beautiful, beautiful cardstock. And Laura May says, I love this. I'm going to make one as soon as the show ends, referring to the box with the drawers and the card. Absolutely. You can, of course. The great thing about this is as well, once you've invested in it once, you've got it then forever. As long as you look after it, you're going to be able to use this time and time and time again. And it's going to help you, I think. I think what it'll do is, especially if you've got a big paper and card stash, it will definitely help you get back into your card stash. Maybe discover some bits that you haven't used for a while. 30 minutes left on the show. Not too late to get pictures into us. I know we've been receiving a lot of pictures through this show, and also not too late to ask any questions as well. Get your questions over to us either on Facebook or, of course, across on YouTube, and I'll pick them up. Katie, our social media superstar, will forward them on to me, which is awesome. A lot of you talking about, some people saying as well that they've got the Ultimate and the Scoremaster, Sara, and they use different bits, different ones for different things, which is an interesting way of looking at it.
Honestly, I do too. When it comes to tools, right, you can never have too many of these things. That's all I would say. So these are the most invaluable scoring tools that you will use every single time you craft. That's why the lady was saying to me, can you get just the plate for just scoring the A4 size cards in America? Yes, you can, we do that, but trust me, when you start going with your Ultimate, you've just got everything there at your fingertips. And we've been selling this now for nearly 13 years. So, and it'll, you know, this is it. You've got the Ultimate now. So I think once you've got it, you've invested in it.
Has it changed in those 13 years?
So when we first brought the Ultimate out, the very, very first one we made was like a 3-in-1. And then about a year later, I thought of all these extra bits. So I upgraded it and brought out the Ultimate Pro. So for the last 12 years, we've been selling the Ultimate Pro, which is basically like superseded it. And from that point forward, I always committed to myself, I would never bring out a product until it was everything I could think of. I would take a little bit longer in the development. So yes, so once we went from the Ultimate to the Ultimate Pro, from the Ultimate Pro onwards, that's it. And we've sold, I mean, hundreds of thousands of these all over the world now. It's the only product ever in the history of our industry to win the award for the most innovative product the year it was launched in the UK, the US and at the European trade shows.
Wowzers! Now
Yeah,
that is that's some accolade, isn't it? Michelle says, thank you for explaining the boards. I know it really confused me when I first got mine. Now I have them all and I love using all of them as well. Right, what's next, Sarah?
Right, so we're going to do this one, right?
It's time.
It's time to do this one, right? So I will walk you through this step by step, and then actually after we get a chance to go through this one, we can go back and see Pam a little bit more. And I'm going to start again by making the inner drawers, okay? So for the inner drawers, I've just got some of that really lovely cardstock that we have on the show, right? Beautiful. And if I just look, this one here is 5.5 inches. So we're doing 5.5 inches. I'm going to open this up to the box making side. We're going on box lid again, right? And we're going to go 5.5 inches and score at 1 inch. So this is basically line number 2. So I'm going to do all 4 sides, and you need to make 4 of these boxes, Joe.
Awesome. Make sure you'll be glad to know you've got a few days rest from me after today. I've got a few days off. Ben will be here tomorrow with a really exciting day of shows, and he'll be with you all the way through till Wednesday. Thursday is my first day back with you next week, and what a day we have got, Sarah, because I'll have Cartload with Leanne and then a very special preview show with Sara next week as well. It is going to be an epic Thursday, isn't it, Sarah?
It's going to be an epic Thursday indeed.
Oh, and you should see I'm not allowed to tell you about it. And there's even things that are so top secret they're not even going to be in the catalogue. Is that right, Sarah?
That's it. Now I've made that executive decision. Yes.
You've made that executive decision. Perfect. So yeah, you've got to make sure you want to join us for that'll be 3 p.m. Eastern time over on the Crafts Companion USA page. It will be out on the fans of Crafts Companion on HSM page as well. It's going to be awesome. Lots of you still chatting away. Maria says, I've some of the boards for the Ultimate. I'm glad I'm finally learning how to use them. I love these shows. Dawn's got a fabulous surname. Dawn Nordstrom.
Ooh,
Dawn
wow.
Nordstrom. I think it's Scandinavian. Dawn, where are you from? Where's the name from? Let us know. She says, these shows are a constant inspiration to use my tools over and over and over in so many ways. That is the point. That's the whole point of us being here, Sarah, isn't it? To inspire our customers to use all the product they already own.
Yep, exactly that. And the thing is, anytime we bring out anything new, you know now that we've got, 7 hours a day of TV that we're going to be doing and teaching you all the more stuff that you can be doing. You can buy any of our product with confidence, knowing that we're always going to be helping you out there. Now, look at this. Just be a little bit more gentle. Look at me going gung-ho on there, Joe, not paying any attention. We'll have to add a little bit of sellotape in there now. I do this all the time, folks. When I'm really not paying attention and I'm going speedy like this, can you see I'm going straight into that corner, and I can just do a nice little repair job on that one there. There we go. So 4 sides. So you're going to do 4 of these boxes, okay? I've got a couple of them kind of all ready to go, right? So I've got plenty of these ready to go with. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to then walk you through the outer pieces, right? So I've got me little note here. I want to give you the exact right sizes, okay? So the first piece that you need, the really big piece of card, is what we're going to do the first outer pieces. This one here, right? This one here is 11.5 by 11. So can you see it's 11.5 one way by 11 the other way, right? Now, you put the 11.5 inch side, so that's this side here, goes up against your box lid, right? And you're going to score at line 1. So make sure you've got the 11.5 inch size and you're scoring at line 1 all the way up there, right? So that's at an inch. Then what we're going to do is we're going to fold this over, right? So just like you saw me do when we did the slip boxes, fold that over and crease, fold this over again and crease, and then you're going to rest the folded line up against box lid again, right? So then what we're going to do is we're going to then score at line 7, which is the last one here. So you're going to score down that last line, line 7, right, all the way to the edge. Then what we're going to do is turn it all the way around to this side, and you're going to do the same again. You're going to score line 7. So that is all the scoring that you do on the 11.5 inch, so the longest side, right? Now, then put the 11 inch side up against here, right? So the shorter one. And then what you're going to do is you're going to score line 7, all right? So coming along here like this, so 3.5 inches. Then turn it right around again and score line 7 at 3.5 inches. All following so far?
Absolutely.
Yep.
I think we're following fine.
Brilliant. Then what we're going to do is we're basically going to go up here and down there and cut this bit away.
Okay.
Right? So, it's a little bit tricky this, but if you just put your, can you see I'm finding that crease line in here, rotating this around till we can come up to the top line there, right? Do the same here. I'm putting my tool in, finding that crease line, turning it round until that line's up and scoring diagonally up there. And then you come in with this and you cut along here, right? And then you're going to cut up this part, like this. You're going to cut back down this part here, right? And then this last bit cuts away. And then this here, you also cut right up the middle of there. And then you're going to do exactly the same, Joe, on the bottom corner.
Fabulous. Very, very busy on the Ultimate Pro as we move towards the end of the show. Lots of you are talking about how much you are enjoying this show as well. Remember, you can watch this show back at any time, which is fantastic. Well, as you can with all of our shows, there's a full on-demand service for you over on the Crafters Companion website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au, and then pop yourself along to the Crafters TV section of our website, where you can see every show back that we have ever done. You would have to have about 3 months spare with no sleep on your hands, Sarah, to watch all of them. And that was a few weeks ago now. So we're adding 7 hours a day to that at the moment. So yeah, it goes to show you just how much inspiration and education there is over there. Ross Overcash says...
Oh, go on. One last question.
Ross says it's a full-time job watching 7 hours a day of Crafters TV.
It is indeed. I know that feeling. Can you see how when these come together, Joe, right, that is going to form this first edge of the box? That is so
satisfying watching it come together.
Yeah, and then that's going to go over there, you see, increasing there. So there's the first half, right? Now I'm going to bring in another piece of cardstock. This one here, I've cut to 11.5 inches again, this time just by 7.5. So the 11.5 inch piece, the longest one, as before, we're going to score down line 1, all right? So that you're going to score all the way down here. We're going to crease this over and fold it. Now, when you're doing this at home, folks, you don't have to do it at quite the pace I do. People always laugh at me and talk about how kind of quick I am. Putting it up against the edge, you're going to do that 3.5 inch line again. But you've got to remember, right, that this is what I do. Like all day, every day, I'm like Sara scoring. Like I work out new projects like this. This is my baby. This is my bag, as it was, right? So there's a reason why I'm probably quicker at this than what most people are. But I've done this for 15 years now, Joe. This is just me. It's just what I'm good at. Last line again, just like before, we don't have the third edge, so we're just cutting away these parts here and joining all these together. This is actually one of the projects, you know, on the Ultimate USB for anybody who has that Ultimate USB, or you can always come back and reference this back. I will get them to crop out this video, so you can come back and watch this video at any time.
Carol Black says, OMG, how easy is it when you watch it first compared to attempting it before watching it, is what she's saying.
Everything's a load easier once you've got the know-how. And if you watch me back and you want to craft along at the same time with me, bear in mind you can just live pause. You can just live pause this all the time you're making it. Now, I'm being honest as well, Joe. I'm being a little bit slapdash with the scissors here, and that's just because I'm pretty confident with my scissors. If you want to take your time and get them perfect, you absolutely can do that, right? So all of this here, I'm always folding away from myself when we do all of the score lines, right? So there we go. So we've got all of these totally perfected and nailed. And then what I'm going to do, Joe, is I'm just going to bring them in. That's all my scoring with the Ultimate. I'm ready to kind of, I've got that one. Let's have a look. Let's bring the other one in first, right? So here's the other one. Now, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to glue these two flaps together at the top and the bottom, right? This here, all you're going to do there is just put a little bit of tape, fold this in so that you've got like this really nice folded edge instead of a creased edge, right? And then I'm just going to pop this on here like this, Joe. Plenty of tape. And then same here, plenty of tape on that edge. And then I'm just going to put a little bit more tape over here so that I'm going tape to tape. Now, if you're not confident to go straight on with the tape, what you can do is you can, see, I'm quite confident to line that up, is you could use your tacky glue and then hold your tacky glue in place and leave it to dry. I'm quite confident to kind of go straight in there. Same with this second piece, okay? I'm just going to do exactly the same again. I'm going to put the tape down this edge, fold that over. And then if you look what I've done one edge with the tape on this side and then one with the tape on that side. Same here, tape on that side, Joe, and then flip it over and tape on this side again. And then you just take your time and you fold those two up and make sure you line up all those corners. Are you following me okay?
I think so. Yeah, I think I'm with you. Just.
And then that just connects onto there. In fact, I'm going to go inside, right? So I'm going to put tape on there. And when I want a really good stick, I always go tape into tape. So I'm doing the same again here, tape down there. And then that is going to just connect up on the inside here. So that is how we make that outer piece, right? So you're all following so far. We're all looking good so far. Yep. And I'm conscious we're going really fast on here, but it's just because I know we've got to fit it into the show. Now, once you've got your drawers, right, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take one and we're going to stick this right in that bottom corner. So should I use tape or should I think I might go for it with the glue gun, you know, Joe. Right,
awesome.
Here we go. So I'm going to go for it at speed with the glue gun so that I can stick that into there just to kind of get that really speedy kind of setting stuck down. Now your second drawer needs to go just above this one. Can you see? So you need to get it lined up. This is the clever bit where you're going to get all that lined up, right? So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go again, speedy Sara, glue gun on here. You take your time, folks, and don't quite do this at the tremendous speed I'm doing. I'm going to lie that in place there. And can you see? So just position it in place like this. So I'm just making sure that that is going to set in place perfectly. Shall I do the next drawer to show you again? Right, so glue on the side of the drawer into here. It's got to fit in here, all right? And you've got to make sure that that drawer can close up. So into there, just make sure that that one fits in. And then my last one, I really hope that my last one's going to fit in, seeing as that, oh yes, just about. I could have done with, do you think this will come out with me speedy go? I could have done with it just a tiny little bit lower, Joe. Well, are you going to fit in? Oh, you're going to fit in, but only just. I'm going to take this one off and I'm going to get this one perfectly into place, right? Oh, we might have to make another draw. Right, I'm going to make another draw.
All right,
Well,
you do
actually,
that. Do you know what? Why don't
draw.
I? Whilst you do that, shall I check back in with Pam? Get a share.
Go on.
share
Yeah,
with
well,
a
actually,
few-
do you know what?
few of her
It's-
extra mates.
Go on, I tell you what, before you do, here, I've got a spare one, mate.
You got a
'cause I
spare
did-
one? Awesome. I
did
knew
make
you'd have a spare one. What was I
did
thinking?
make 5 draws just to be on the safe side, right? So come on, I'll hold you in place. A little bit of glue there. You guys won't have to work at the pace that I am, so you get the idea, right? So I'm going to make sure I get this lined up. Moral of the story, don't you do glue gunning, right? You take your time and then you can do it. So you've got that time to minute. There you go. So now we've got time. That one shuts in place. Happy with that, right? And then this last one, I know is going to stick into place. Absolutely perfect. Up on the top here. Yeah, and then it's got a little bit of time. So, can you see what we've done there, Joe? They all just fit perfectly into place. Now, what you can do if you want is you can check in with Pam while I go and do all the decoration on this, because you don't need to see me doing any matting and layering, but we do need to get it finished because we're going to choose a winner and send this out to somebody who comments with us. So
And we've got to pick a demo.
Do
We need to pick a demo of the show. Is it a foregone conclusion, the demo of the show?
Oh, I don't know. Well, hey, I think both of these are big contenders.
Well, I think then we shout out those two, isn't it? So is it the card or the box?
The kind of, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love that I did.
I love the
these
earrings.
more simple demos, right? But really, it was just the warm-up act to get to these ones here.
Has it got a name, this box style, that one you've just done?
I don't know. I think it does. I just can't remember what I call it. I think I call it a diagonal 4-drawer stack on the USB. So
Okay.
diagonal, but you can just say the box or the card.
So box or card? Box or card is what you need to
Right,
change.
I'll keep
Whilst
going
you're
with me
decorating then, I will check back in with the lovely Pam, see how Pam is getting on. How are you doing there, Pam?
Fine.
Were you following along with that demonstration?
I was following that while I was watching it, yeah.
Fabulous. Do you think you'll give it a go?
Of course you will.
Yeah.
Ah, fabulous.
That's a win.
Excellent. Well, Pam, it's been lovely having you on the show today. It really has. So nice having a bit of a catch-up and a gossip. Have you got some more bits there you'd like to show us?
Yeah, I've got a box that fits with this morning's as well, with the flower and the vellum.
Oh, nice. Is that from the Rose Garden, is it?
Yes, I think it is.
Gorgeous. Lovely flowers as well.
Yeah.
Really
They're
beautiful.
the foam flowers.
How do you get on with the flower forming foam? Any tips for me in the 7 o'clock show when it comes to flower forming?
Just get onto it on the thing before it sets. Yeah?
Get me ball tool in quick.
You know, it was box, whatever number it was, of the monthly boxes, it got me onto the foam flowers. Best box we ever had.
Oh, awesome. I'm glad you loved it.
Yeah. Right, so this was a fiddly box.
Right.
Well, that I've made.
The suspense is killing me, Pam. I love it.
Hang on.
Hang on.
Oh, look at that. You love those numbers, don't you?
I do.
Do you know, I hope Pam's husband's not watching, because that's his anniversary card, Pam, isn't it?
55 years, Pam.
In April.
You don't look old enough, Pam.
No, the date show.
66, the year we won the football.
Yes.
He lifted the World Cup that year, your husband, Pam, didn't he?
And then this is one just you need the scoring for. This is just a fun one, and just to show people with the pop-up numbers that Leanne did yesterday.
This is good. So I've seen this as well. This is for Pam's grandkids.
Oh, I'm excited to see
My
this.
1-year-old granddaughter.
Oh, I love it.
She can learn all of her numbers. How cute's that?
Oh, that is so cute.
Sorry, wrong way.
So she can learn to count.
Hopefully she'll learn to count. And my son, when he saw it, said, "Is it chewable?" And I said, "Well, I put her name on the front, Izzy."
Yeah, it's beautiful. What a gorgeous gift.
That was the advent calendar from over a year ago. But what I did, I stamped associate cards.
Yeah. Oh, and the number of balloons.
To pick the bits off beneath them.
Oh.
So it goes all the way through.
Beautiful, Pam. Really lovely. What an awesome idea. I love that you've got the numbers stamped on there as well, which is fantastic. Really is lovely. Did you want to show us your exploding box again, Pam?
Fingers crossed, Joe.
Fingers crossed. Do you know what I think you need to do, Pam? But when you open it, you need to just scooch back a little bit so we get to see a bigger picture.
Okay.
Not too far though. Don't forget you're connected.
That's okay, I'm connected.
Got ya.
How's that?
Got ya.
Perfect.
Fingers crossed. Are you going to shout boom?
Kaboom!
Oh, no.
Hey!
Do it again. I just thrown them.
Oh, Pam.
I'm breaking it so much, I need to make some more. Because I think they're not...
Pam, I've got to say a huge thank you on behalf of all of us here at Crafters TV. It's such a pleasure to have you with us in the studio. Sara, it's been great, hasn't it, having Pam with us?
Oh, I love it. Anytime Pam comes to chat with us, honestly, Pam, I love it. Thank you so much for joining us. That's been I'm still busy finishing me box off here, Pam.
Oh.
It was lovely having you on the show.
Oh, Pam, a massive thanks. Loads of love.
If you turn me back again as well.
Oh, absolute pleasure. No doubt we'll do it again soon. Loads of love from us to you, Pam. Take care, stay safe, and we'll see you back here on Crafters TV soon. Oh yes, and the platypuses, don't forget about them. Oh, well, how great is it having Pam back on the show? Right, I want to just recap the details or the features of the amazing Ultimate Pro, because it is such an incredible piece of kit. So let's share with you all of those incredible features. Take a look.
The Ultimate Crafter's Companion is an all-in-one compact carry case which is going to allow you to score, measure, trim, emboss and embellish. The case incorporates 10 vital paper crafting tools all rolled into one lightweight and portable product. If you're crafting at home, this makes a great workstation. Or the carry case design allows you to easily pack up everything you need for crafting on the move. With the Ultimate Crafter's Companion, you can make hundreds of different cards in all shapes and sizes. Working with standard card and paper size, you can fold anything, from basic bifold, trifolds and gatefold cards, right up to pop-out, jump-up cards, or even more complex keepsake books. Simply rest your cardstock against the carefully calculated grid lines, read off the desired size, and use one of the specially designed scoring tools to create an accurate and very professional crease. Every card needs an envelope, and with the Ultimate Crafter's Companion, you can make envelopes in any shape and size to match all your handmade cards. Package your delicate craft projects in colour-coordinated matching envelopes, and add a professional finishing touch. No longer will you be restricted to making cards to correspond with ready-made envelope sizes. With hundreds of possible size combinations, your imagination is the limit. And for those really special dimensional cards, you can create 3D box envelopes to not only house, but to protect your handmade card creations. Create your own boxes in any shape and size, from a matchbox right up to a shoebox. All of the calculating and measuring has been taken care of for you, so you can simply follow the guide and create custom-sized boxes which fit together perfectly. Triangular, hexagonal, diamond-shaped boxes are all possible, as well as your regular boxes. You can also create specialised exploding boxes or expanding boxes too. You can even make your own favour boxes for those special occasions. Any craft tool box should include a paper trimmer, and when you're crafting on the go with the Ultimate Paper Crafting Tool, you'll need a paper trimmer at your fingertips. The integrated trimmer stores inside the tool and clips into place for easy access. The ergonomically designed cutting mouse holds a standard size blade, which is very easy to replace. Create delicate embellishment for your paper crafting projects with the integrated bow maker. The simple 6-step process will allow you to create perfect bows in an instant. For paper embellishment, you can use the decorative embossing shapes which are featured throughout the board. Emboss onto special papers, vellums or even acetate to create your own intricate toppers. Everything you need comes included with the tool and stores inside for easy access. Each unit includes a full colour instruction book, cutting mouse and ruler, the bow making pegs and 2 specially designed scoring and embossing tools. Whether you're crafting on the move or using this as a complete workstation at home, the Ultimate Crafter's Companion provides you with all the tools you need at your fingertips.
How awesome is this piece of kit? I don't know where the show has gone, right? We've got to whiz through. Right, card of the show first. Well, demo of the show first. Hang on.
Is it my box or is it my card?
It's the card!
It's the card! Yes,
Woo!
it's the card. I tell you what, we've had a good week of demos off me. I'm quite pleased with what I've got done this week, can I just say, Joe? And like I said, we'll be gutted if I don't win Demo of the Week tomorrow afternoon.
Are you? This is no illegal canvassing.
All tune in and vote.
No illegal canvassing for votes, I'm afraid, Sarah. Right, now, the big giveaway, though. Who is going to win that box that you made, Sarah?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Finished. While that video was on, I managed to get all the mats and layers done, so it's all ready for a few pieces of fudge to be added in. I'm going to have to bring some more from home because all the ones I brought in have been eaten by our lovely lot in the gallery. So I'm not filling up all of the layers, just one.
This job was going on forever.
Go back to Joe.
Let's go to Karen.
Who was? I didn't hear.
Karen Wild.
Karen Wild. Karen, this, my darling, is going to be on its way, winging its way to you very, very shortly. So hopefully Monday next week, I'll get it filled up with fudge for you and we're going to get that sent off to you. What a fabulous present to win. I think how lovely that you can look after that. Now, that has only been one of the things that we have done in the show. So actually, if you look back on this show, you can learn how to make this one. Yes, you can learn how we did that fantastic set of boxes with the card on top. But then if I go right back to the beginning, we did basic gatefold cards. We learned how to do, oh my life, where have I put them all? Right, we've got our trifold cards. We did larger gatefold cards on here. We then learned how to make a pop-out card. And I did the pop-out card, the basic pop-out, into the 3D envelope box. We learned how to do the embossing. We learned how to do single bows and double bows on there.
What have we not learned?
We used that gorgeous hunky-dory cardstock.
Earrings.
Joe's little party favours, all the lovely little earrings, if you want to do them as little earrings and look absolutely gorgeous. Then we used some more of the lovely hunky-dory card, and I showed you how to make an exact size box for a 5x7 card, and I love that multicoloured mirror cardboard, the cardstock that they have as well. But basically all of these using your A4 card. So you want to understand how to score A4 perfectly, you want the A4 Ultimate.
Absolutely do. We're actually over time. We tried to squeeze as much as we could in. So many people have absolutely loved this, Sarah. Loads of love and loads of comments. When can we see you back here on Crafters TV, Sarah? Do you know?
Next week. Next week, I believe. Am I Monday Makers? Would you like me to check my schedule?
Yeah, go on.
Right,
let's see.
So Monday the 22nd. No, I'm on Create and Craft at 12 o'clock launching the Gemini Pro. And at 6 o'clock. On Tuesday, I've got launch party with the Gemini Pro and launch day where we're launching the new Jigsaw dies. On Wednesday, no, you're not me. Thursday, we're doing the HSN preview on Thursday
I'll be with you for that.
And on Friday, I've got a launch day, and then I'm doing Colour Me Happy.
Oh, that'll be me as well. Boom!
So big week of shows for me next week.
And the Friday launch day, guys. Tuesday. If you're going to do Tuesday, you've got to do Tuesday all day, and you've got to do Friday all day with us, because we've got launch day, launch party, launch day, Colour Me Happy on the ink pads. Right, I need to pop to the supermarket and get some wine for tomorrow, so I'll see you in an hour's time. See you then. See you later, Sarah. See you. Bye.